All right, looks like we are live. Welcome. We are going to do a really slow, intentional, mindful practice today with some standing balance poses, one leg balancing poses. Here I go again. My computer is set to do not disturb and things are still coming through. Thank you, 7 planets in retrograde. Yeah, it's off. We're going to start sitting comfortably on a prop. I'm using a big bolster today. I am in Colorado at another friend's home and making do with what we have. So grab something, blankets, block to sit comfortably. My ankle is still healing, so if you see, I'll probably mention it, just not working at full capacity, but I can actually sit cross legs with ease for the first time in 2 weeks. So make sure that you're at ease. Maybe cross legs is not going to be comfortable and you want to sit on your shins or lay on the back. We're going to be here a little bit as we discuss the blue moon with Pisces, in Pisces with the sun still in Virgo. So we have this Pisces Virgo axis. We also have axis, sorry. I have so many things I want to say with you guys today, and so that's when my speech gets sped up and blended together, so apologies. Why don't we start with some deep breaths? I think I need it. So with that comfort in your seat, a little roll of the pelvis forward, giving your lumbar curve its natural inward or forward curve or lordotic curve. The rest of the spine sits upright so you don't labor to sit tall, which will allow the breath to broaden and deepen. You're just really supported in a balanced effort and ease, upright seat. And then feel your energy settle. Soften the effort a bit. Come here, Oreo. I'm house sitting with Oreo, the sweetest cat ever. And allow your rib cage to broaden on the height of your inhale and even squeeze toward the midline on the exhale. So you feel this very accordion rhythm of broadening the breath. Hi, buddy. He's going to talk to us now. Yes, hi, good kitty. Come say hi. Yeah, hi, baby. So, what's in your room with you? What do you pick up through all 5 of your senses? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What can you even taste? And then can we allow our energy to move beyond that? That's a very Pisces energy, to expand beyond the physical, to understand that all of life is interwoven and connected, that we are one piece of the whole. It's beyond body, beyond physical. It's metaphysical. It's mystical. It's our dreams. It's the way our mind can expand beyond our human understandings, right? So when we take that with the polar opposite of Virgo, which is all about refinement in the physical, of orderly precision, of tending to our body with the best means and products available to us. It's our values and what we value through the beauty of Venus, right? And also very practicality, but also looking at where we get very dogmatic in that, where we are rigid, judgmental, and critical. So how can we blend the two to find the middle point? How can we be practical about our daily routines, rituals, and that stable place of what we do in a day, fostering the dreaming of where we want to go from our most expansive view. So with the practice, we're really going to slow down to find that balance of looking within for the understanding to expand us forward into the future of our dreams. So as you continue to deepen into your breath, let's actually, if we're cross-legged, the cross. And a little bit more information before we get into the grid things is that we also have 7 planets in retrograde. So we have Uranus, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, all retrograding. So it's spinning our inner energy inward. It's really pushing us to slow down, to look within. So that's going to help us with this immense healing potential to look at the narratives that we, speak and think over and over and over and over and over again. Those tend to be linked to some limiting beliefs that were probably given to us by something maybe that's trying to control us, like when we were young, our family or religion or culture, societal, all of those things in which condition our behaviors, which can be very limiting. So we want to be able to, with like all full moon energy, looking at this way of understanding, seeing, feeling, knowing, right? Intuitive nature of the feminine of creation, to shift beyond the ruts of pattern behavior, right? When we walk that same circular pattern, we create a deeper and deeper and deeper rut. So it gets harder and harder to pull ourselves out. But every moon cycle is an opportunity to realign, to look, and to see. And so now we're going to use the Pisces lens and the Virgo support. We also have Mars in Libra, which is really looking at how our actions, our ambitions, our projection outward is or can be in Libra energy, which is about partnerships, about what's good for all involved, as opposed to that Mars innate ability to just be like, what is mine, right? How am I going to act here? We want to look at how we're going to act in line with creating our dreams, but also what's good for everyone involved, not just ourselves. So that's a nice balanced place as well. Okay, so it's a lot of information. Let's start with some pranayama, just for a few moments together. So again, realign your seat, soften the effort, relax the shoulders, tone the core, feel a balance of letting go into the ground beneath you, but rising up through the crown. Good placement for the hands so your shoulders stay in line with the hips. And we're just going to elongate our exhales to slow down our breath and to channel our energy deeply within. So let's take a nice, from wherever you are in your breath cycle, a breath in to your fullest easeful capacity. Remember, going broad. And relax it out. Smooth exhale out. Again, we'll just 2 more like that. Inhale through the nose. Smooth exhale out. I released it out of my mouth, just organically happened, right? Maybe for you too, but try the nose. Inhale. And exhale out. And then take a inhale with the 4 count. And then maybe an exhale out for 8. If the 8's too long, breathe when you need to. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more minute of this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Letting the breath return to your natural rhythm. We'll take the hands up to the heart. Tapping into the light, the love, the compassion, the empathy, the air, the means in which connects all of life through love. Finding the right intention for your practice today around this oneness with Source, connecting to mystical insight, opening ourselves up to see the unseen, and remain grounded in structure with a practical lens of what we value in our daily experience. Take a moment to set that for yourself. And let your exhale release the hands, your intention come off your prop into tabletop. And we'll start to move with intuition. What does your body want to do? Is it straight cow, cat, dropping the belly, arching on the inhale, and rounding, exhale? Maybe the shoulder and hips want to diagonally stretch out of the solar plexus. Maybe there's a uniqueness to your movement that just accesses what you want to feel and stretch. Give yourself permission to roll around from tabletop in any way, shape, or form. Sit the hips back, circle them around, move your hands, stretch your waistline, let your head relax. Close your eyes, feel into the inner landscape of your whole body, your breath, moving with it or slower. We will take another, few moments here, gathering information from within, from the body, understanding where things need your love and attention today. Squeaky floor. Okay, come around to center. We're going to walk the knees back a few inches behind the hips, tuck the toes under without hanging and dropping and collapsing the hips with an overarched back. Feel your hands anchor into the ground and push the floor away. Hug the shoulder blades down the back, hug the bottom ribs in and scoop the tail. And then we're going to exhale slowly down to lower the hips, then the chest. Untuck the toes, press the toes into the mat, take the hands a little forward, a little wider, and then draw the arm bones up to the ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, press the floor away, lifting up into cobra. It should feel nice and free in the lower back with hands wide and forward to move around a bit. Feel the pubic bone anchor into the mat, feet pushing into the mat, legs toned, belly toned. And then explore. Get the arms down out of the neck. Feel the energy of your hands pulling back for the heart to pull forward. Maybe the head wants to move around. Give yourself time to refine and explore and feel the ground as your stable place of root to rise up through the upper body here in Cobra. One more big breath. Take another inhale and exhale, lower all the way down. Hands come in and back, arm bones lift off the floor, push up to tabletop and into downward facing dog. And start to pedal it out, one heel pressing back at a time. Really feel like the heel is pressing straight behind the middle three toes, keeping your ankle in its neutral centered place, not rolling in or out. It's imperative for me with the injury, but also this idea of really slowing down and refining. And it's in those small places of precision that we can find depth, deeper understanding, a stronger movement or stretch. We're going to spin the heel to the midline, bend the opposite knee, and feel your hip press away from the toes. Switching sides. Back to center, both heels high. We're going to hover the knees and try to stay in this challenging place. If your hands want to move, move them. Sit the hips behind the knees if you can. And as we sit in this physical challenge, the body might be shaking. The quads might have a hard time holding you up. Press the fingertips down, the whole palm, pull the arm bones down, the ribs in. Feel your core strength. Tap into your core beliefs. Really feel the way that you are meeting this place of instability. Stay with it. And as you stay in this physical place of shakiness, of challenge, of wanting to give up, tap into that dream of your childhood. Or the way that you expanded your dreams in childhood. It doesn't have to be a specific thing, but think of the wonder. Think of the wonder we had when we were little and anything was possible. All right, tap the knees down, up on fingertips. I like toes tucked under, but you can do what you want. Crawl forward and just drop the rib cage and chest and maybe chin toward the mat. Any amount that feels good. If chin down doesn't look or doesn't feel good, look down. Just feel the heart energy expanding as you stretch the chest, the shoulders, and the upper back here. We're going to drop the elbows, look forward, pull yourself forward into Sphinx pose, hips drop, elbows in under the shoulders, palms rooted, toes anchored. Feel your rib cage drop, arm bones pull back. And same idea, as we anchor the lower body and press into the mat, feel the heart pulling forward and up. Chin in, maybe gaze shifts up, big breath. Push into your hands to lift your elbows, lower your torso to the floor. We're gonna come to Shalambhasana, fingertips facing the toes, shoulder blades hugged up and into the spine, down the back. Inhale, lift everything up. Soften your effort, right? We're not extending and struggling and using all of our force. Soften it. That refinement doesn't have to be a step in more exertion or more energy or more lift. That the softening the effort can be the more. Right? Take a moment in that. Release the feet, hands outside the ribs, push yourself up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover it. Nice full breath here. Downward facing dog, lift the hips, pedal it, press the heels back. Take 3 breaths here with what you want to do in the refinement of your own choosing. And then if you're moving, come to stillness, and from your hands, lift your armpits, hug your bottom ribs in, tilt the tail up, keep all of that upper body action to press your heels back. Lifting the heels, tiptoe or walk or step or jump to forward fold, top of the mat. Grab opposite elbows, bend the knees, and let the lower back stretch. So hamstrings may feel a little tension or a little tight, but focus on bending the knees and letting the back stretch. Grabbing opposite elbows so the weight of your torso is stretching the lower back. Push through your big toes, pinky toe, and the heel as you lift your arch. Slowly start to lift your sit bones. Straightening the legs. Notice if the upper back starts to round. If so, we're going to grab our shins to keep the spine long. Instead of rounding, now getting more into the hamstring stretch. I don't want you to stretch your legs straight and round the back. I find that dangerous. It might not be dangerous one time, but if you do this a lot, it can start to create a lot of imbalance in the intervertebral discs, causing problems. So pay attention to keeping as much length in your spine as you can. Core engagement to support all of that length. And then the legs pressing straight. Also, when legs press straight, do the hips go back? See if your weight can shift forward without feeling like you're falling forward to give hips in line with heels, deepening your hamstring stretch. See if your toes are gripping. We're going to move with the breath. My hands are on my shins. They're probably going to stay there. They might go higher as we lengthen the spine parallel to the floor and look forward. What's that intention we set? Where are we going? What are our dreams? Exhale, without rounding the back, slide the hands down. Maybe grab your ankles, pull yourself in, and then look within. Who am I and how did I become this person? Inhale, hands press on the shins, spine lengthens, look forward. Where are we going? Exhale, fold, bow, look within. Where was I? 3 more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look within. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Fingertips to the floor, soften the knees, look forward, straight spine, push through the heels now and feel your heels isometrically slide toward the widening sides of the mat and all the way up to stand with a straight spine. Reach overhead. We're going to grab the right wrist, lift, pull over to the left, strong legs, hips back. Inhale up to center. Grab the left, square in front of the mat, strong legs. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale up to center 1 more time. To the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. All right, up to center, hands to the hips. Step down into your right foot. Hands on the hips can really help ground. So my hands are gently, energetically pushing down towards the floor. I'm going to draw my arm bones up, shoulder blades back and down. And I have some stability work to do on my left glute medius. Your thumbs are right, might be right at that pelvic arch where the glute muscles all come up and attach. Glute medius is a little bit deeper and a little bit broader to the side, lateral. So tune into what you feel underneath your hands, as these are the muscles that stabilize us on one leg. We're going to shift our weight into the right foot and slowly draw the left knee up. Flex your left ankle, energy moving through that leg. Root down through your standing leg, hug up from the floor, root to rise. Pull that energy all the way up through the crown, hug the midline. And your options here are to stay. Maybe the knee can come in tighter. That's the psoas doing the work there. If you find your gazing point, notice if that gives you more stability. And then we can soften the rigidity by giving a little bend to the standing knee and potentially moving the lifted knee in a full circular range of motion, trying not to move the torso so much so that it's really the joint, the ball in the socket moving. And do 1 more. Out, back, to the midline, and through. All right. Step down into the left foot. Root. Pull up through the arch. Find your gazing point. Hands anchored down. Shoulders relaxed out of the neck. Right knee comes up. Notice I'm not lifting my right hip so much. Trying to keep my hips level and letting the range of motion open up from that neutral place. Maybe the knee squeezes in tighter. Find your gazing point, your breath. Remembering we're focusing on our root and the rise of energy, right? Earth to atmosphere, Virgo to Pisces, stability to expansion. When your knee gets higher than the hip, the psoas does the work. Tune in, is that hard, challenging, sore, all of those descriptive words, not labeling bad, good, better, worse. Soften the left knee. Maybe we find this full range of motion here with the right ball and socket of the hip. Slow, controlled, mindful, refined. You can always just stay standing on one leg. It has a lot of value. Step down into the right foot. Shake it out a bit. We're going to start to move. So, coming to the front of my mat here. Step down into your feet, hip width or together, whatever you prefer. And then really take a moment to send your energy down through the four corners of each foot. Big toe, pinky toe, ball mound, heel. And then lift the arch. Lift the muscles of the legs. Pull up the pelvic floor. Hug through the midline. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, hands to prayer at the heart. We're going to send our weight into the right foot. Bend the right knee and just slide the left foot back with the 45-degree angle, opening to warrior one. So I chose to do it this way today because of my injury, but we're going to settle into the foundation of warrior one. I like hip width apart. The angle of the left foot allows the hip to face forward without hurting the ankle and or knee. And then we lunge into the right knee as deeply as feels good. But try to get both hip bones facing straight forward. We're going to take some movement with the upper body. Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding my words. So let's start here. Hands to prayer in front of the heart. Lift the arm bones. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. And then feel the energy around the shoulder girdle with that movement. And the hands at prayer in front of the heart as this arrow of our heart's intentions. Press through the left pinky edge, tone the legs, hug the midline, maybe lunge into the right knee, hug the ribs in, and then on the inhale, lift the rib cage, lift the hands and gaze up, and then exhale, hug the ribs down, let your shoulder blades go wide as your hands come forward of the heart and drop the chin. It's like an upper back cat-cow. Inhale, ribs squeeze in, shoulder blades in. We lift up and open. Expand to Pisces, the vast energy of endless oneness. And then down into your own heart. Inhale that up. Heart's intentions, biggest dreams. Exhale. Find a deeper connection within it. One more time. And then exhale. We're going to take a little twist. Left palm to the right thigh, heavy the shoulder down. Feel your right hip move back as your right arm extends straight back. Big breath. Palms together outside the right knee. Press the right leg straight. Right hip pulls back. Feel the left hip pull forward and then tone the legs and lift the tail. You'll get that nice right hamstring stretch. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Bend into the right knee. Step the left foot hips width. Arms parallel to the floor. Chair pose. Settle into your seat. Feel your heels pull wide. Lift the tail. Hug the ribs in. Arms up. Back. Down. Inhale, arms overhead. Inhale, Tadasana, legs straight, arms relaxed. Root into your feet, pull that energy up. Send your weight left foot, bend into the left knee. Right foot slides back at the angle hips width. Warrior one. Check in on your foundation. Root into the right foot, pull up, hips square forward, left knee bends, squeeze through the midline, hands of prayer in front of the heart. Arm bones lift. Pull back and down. 5 rounds. Inhale, tilt the head up, heart up, hands up. Expand your dreams to the beyond. Exhale, forward. Move a little bow, deepening within. Take that information, inhale it up. Exhale it down. 3 more. One more. All right, right hand to the thigh. Left hip moves back. Inhale, the left arm twists you open. Big, huge breath. Left hand meets right. Left leg presses straight. Feel the left hip pull back. Lift the tail. Give your left hamstring a deeper stretch. Inhale, the left arm open. 3 breaths here. Feel your root. Pull in from the ground. Expand. Bend into the left knee. Right foot meets left hip width. Chair pose. Any arm variation you like here. How do you want to refine this pose? Is it coming in deeper? Is it softening and coming out a bit? How are you refining this to feel the flow of effort and ease coming together in a harmonious way? Opposing forces, finding the middle point and feeling balanced. Accessing our dreams through a practical lens that doesn't limit. All right, inhale, Tadasana. Take a moment, feel your feet, the earth, pull in and expand. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, out of the heart. Take a breath and a moment to realign. What was your intention? Floating the eyes open, find your gazing point for balance. We're going to step into our right foot and draw the left knee up. I'm just going to give myself a little space away from the wall. Right? Find your balance on the one leg. Hands are anywhere. Whole body is engaged from the root of your right foot. Bend into the right knee. Start to open the left knee. Notice now, the more we bend our right knee, the more open we can get with the left. We're going to find a gazing point now to the left in order to find half moon. Right hand drops to a block or the floor as the left leg extends back and open to the left. Left arm to the sky. Find that same expression of root. I'm actually going to come up on this table here. Whoops, giving me a little less balance, but comfort in my hip. Push through both heels. Notice now that my right hand is on this table, my torso is parallel to the floor. I'm going to bring my left leg parallel to the floor. When my right hand was on the floor, my left leg could get higher, maintaining a straight line through the leg and torso. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay, bending into the right knee, we're going to step it back to warrior 2. Floating the arms up. With the left hip in line with the heel, might pull it back. Little lift of the tail. Hug the ribs in. From your pelvic floor to the crown, expand. From your feet to your hips, root to rise. Send your gaze over the right hand. Widen the right knee. 3 breaths in your warrior spirit. Hands to your hips. We're going to widen the right foot. Pivot to face forward. Step the left foot broader. So your hip width and buoyant. We're going to press the right leg straight. Slide the hands to the thigh. Clasp and press. Keeping the right leg a bit bent. Pull your weight forward into the right foot to lift the left. Bend the left knee. Pull the arm bones back. Press your right leg straighter. Kick your left leg straighter. Find warrior 3. Big breath. Standing split, hands to the floor, bowing head to knee, lifting the left leg. You can take your right hand now and wrap it around, pull yourself in, point your left toes, extend and reach. From your right foot pushing down, feel your left toes expanding upward. Heavy your head, relax your shoulders. Feel your right sit bone squeeze to the tailbone. That got me more lift. Deep breath. Starting to come back to standing on the right leg, left knee to the chest. My wall here. Whew. Step down into the left foot, shake it out. With both feet rooted, find a moment of stillness in Tadasana. Rooting, rising, believing your dreams are a true reality for you through practical daily habits. Take a moment to reflect. Any self-sabotaging habits in there? Floating your eyes open for your gazing point, that drishti of one focus. Send your weight left foot, right knee comes up. Hands are anywhere. This is my injured ankle. I'm just taking a little bit of extra time here, but we're going to slowly open to half moon. Remember, our intention is to move super slowly, mindfully, and with refinement, right? So it can be challenging for a lot of us air signs to move slowly, but we do have that 7-planet retrograde period of helping us slow down. Left knee bends for the right to extend outward. Slowly, 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 we find our half moon. Really just focusing on extreme slow movement, like I'm moving through molasses to focus on my ankle doing the work. Talking got me a little bit out of balance. Left hand down, right side, open to the right side, right arm extends up. From the right leg, find the straight line through the torso. So if your left hand's on a surface higher, maybe your right leg is lower. Now try to squeeze left sit bone to the tailbone. That might open you up a little bit more. Left knee bends for the right foot to step back into our warrior 2. Front heel back arch. Right hip in line with the ankle. Hips level to the ground, each other. From your feet, pull into the hips. From your hips and pelvic floor, rise through the crown. Open the heart energy, right hand to left, past to future, understanding, refining our past experiences so they're not limiting us today or preventing us from reaching our goals and dreams in the future. Big breath. Hands to the hips, crawl your left foot wider, right foot wider, shorter, pivot face forward, high lunge. Right hand to the thigh, lean in. We're going to step into the left foot, lifting the right for warrior 3. Bend both knees. Push through both heels. Relax the shoulders, hug through the midline. Left leg goes straight, right leg goes straight. Breathe. Try to keep the hips square to each other in the ground. Inward spiral the right thigh. Feel your left sit bone squeeze to the midline. Fire up those glutes. Build proprioception and balance. All right, we're coming up to stand. Right knee to the chest. Ooh. Right foot releases hips width, shake it out. All right, I'm just going to step back a little bit, give myself some space. We're going to build on what we've done and add in a little bit more playfulness. Actually might come a little bit closer to this wall. So that's what I'm going to do. Follow me over here. All right, we're going to step into the right foot and draw the left knee up. Right leg super strong and straight. Pull the left knee in. Try not to lean back. Find your gazing point. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, kick your left leg straight and twist open to the left. Tee the arms. Inhale, bend straight up overhead. Exhale, kick, twist, tee. Inhale, bend straight up overhead. Exhale, twist, tee. Inhale, straight overhead. We're going to find our standing split again. I skipped it on our second side. Oops. Okay, so second time here. Give yourself a little hug in to side. Bend the left knee, reach for the foot. Extend the heel to the glute and the knee to the sky. See how you like that? If you like it, you can stay. If you don't, come back to pointing the toe up. If you prefer a little inversion time, that's why I got myself closer to the wall. We're going to plant the hands, lift the right heel, let the left leg pull us up as the right pushes. Super strong arms, gaze fixated. Maybe you give yourselves a few hops. And then we'll find forward fold. A moment of pause, reflection, and inward contemplation here. Strong legs, relaxed torso. Soften your knees, look forward, straight spine, inhale all the way up. Hands to prayer at the heart. So I'm like off my mat and out of range, but that's okay. Feel your left foot root you down, find your gazing point, your drishti, right knee comes up. Feel your root to rise, your steadiness and balance. It's coming from these glutes up here, from your foot pushing down, but also pulling up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, kick the leg straight, twist T to the right. Bend up overhead, inhale. Exhale, kick, twist. Inhale, straight. Exhale, kick, twist. Inhale, straight. Two more. Bend the knee, standing split. Pretty sure I skipped this, so we're gonna hang out here a little bit. As you root through the left foot, left hand can grab nose to knee. Tone the left quad, pull that energy up. I like my right hand a little wide. Point through the right toes, extend up to the sky, relax the head. Decide if you want to stay here, bend the right knee, grab the foot, pull it in, lift the knee higher. Maybe a little inversion, hands shoulder width, grip the fingertips, shoulders over wrists, lift the left heel, let the right leg pull you up. And then we'll meet, release, forward fold, strong legs. Relaxed head, shake it out. Let the breath help bring you inward. Feel expansion through the ribs, expansion through your thoughts. All right, soften the knees with a straight spine. Inhale all the way up to stand. We're going to do one more standing pose. So, root into your right foot. Draw the left knee up. Root to rise. Hug through the midline. Relax the shoulders. We're going to add on to what we've been doing. Inhale, arms overhead. Kick the legs straight. Exhale, T twist. Maybe you grab the calf. Maybe you rebend the knee. Maybe you can get the pinky edge of your foot and kick it straight. I'll show you side view here. Oops, this is my injury. Trying to keep this hip down and back. It's going to help my twist open up. See how my bottom leg gets a little bent? Try to really press the floor away straight. All right, I'm going to release. And step, shake it out. Right into the other side. Switch myself around. Inhale the knee up. Arms overhead. Exhale, kick, twist. See what you can grab. See how my hand just lands here? I can kind of adjust to get the foot, bottom leg straight and strong. See if this hip can go down and back. Opens up your twist. Woo! Rebend, release, shake that out. All right. An opportunity to mix these things, get a little playful. If you want, you can come into child's pose and rest, or find this playfulness for yourself. And again, come a little closer to my wall over here just for the support. The wall can be really a refinement that helps you push and reach toward a dream. Maybe that dream is handstand. Right? How do we use our practice to reflect and mirror life? So look good. I don't need to be super close to my wall because I just want it there in case I need it. We're going to try and do a blending of things. So step into your right foot. Inhale the left knee up. Find your gazing point. Kick the leg straight. Release to warrior three. Hands on the floor. Send your weight into the hands and the foot. Kick up. Come back. And bring the leg through. Maybe it's straight. Two more. Woo! One more. I'm not getting my legs together. I'm not touching the wall. I'm not super focused on the end goal. I'm just moving myself through the transition with refinement, engagement, presence, and willingness to explore. And let's try the other side. Step into your left foot. Right knee comes up. Kick the leg straight. Hands to the floor as you find warrior three. Send it to standing split as you kick up. And then right knee through. Maybe the leg is straight. Two more. More about rooting, refining that earth energy as our stable support. To then play, explore, move beyond. Woo, my ankle. It's not loving that. All right, come on down, shake it out. Nice work. Let's get down to a seated pose, my favorite. We're going to keep the right foot in, left leg straight out to the side. Point the toes, lift the outer ankle, lean forward, inward spiral, both thighs, twist to your left leg. Sit nice and tall. Maybe sit up on a blanket so you're not rounded and scooped under. You can really roll the pelvis forward. Right hand's going to grab the left leg, pull you into the twist. Left hand can move back or sideways to be the rudder here as you push into your left hand and pull with your right. We find twist and hinge. Tone your quads or your left quad energy anyway. And flex your foot. Stay really active and present as you deepen the stretch and bow. Inhale, come on up. All right, so I'm going to just kind of switch myself a little bit. We're going to cross right foot over left. Step into the foot and wrap left arm around the right knee for Ardha Matsyendrasana with a straight bottom leg. Keep the leg straight because we're going to add on. And then twist right arm back, right shoulder back. Tented fingertips, soft elbow, push to sit taller. Exhale, squeeze your knee and ribs in to twist deeper. Straight leg is flexed foot, really active. 2 more breaths. All right, I'm going to just flip myself around so you can see this. All right. Right toes are going to go to the long edge, both hands to the long edge. Roll to your outer left hip, left pinky edge, rooted on the mat. I can't really see myself, hopefully you can see. We're going to lean forward, reach the right arm around the front of the left shin, and see if you can grab your ankle, leg. How does that feel? You can stay here and just peek over your left shoulder. This is a really nice stretch, feels really good, hopefully. Maybe if you can access the pinky edge of your foot, your left hand is going to move anywhere where it feels stable to get into your left hand and right foot to now lift that left leg. So you can stay parallel to the ground here or push the floor away, bend the knee, my foot slides in my hand. Here we are again, standing split with the foot. Nose to knee, left knee to the sky, left heel to the glute. And then we come back down slowly. Bend both knees, grab the pinky edge of the left foot. You can even slide your left leg down your right as you connect to the floor again gently. Unwrap. I'm going to stretch both legs straight, shake them out. Inward spiral one thigh then the other. Widen the sit bones, tilt the pelvis forward, flex the feet. Inhale, reach up. Press the thighs into the mat. Extend and lengthen as you exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. Maybe you grab your shins, ankles, feet. Notice how rounded your back is. I'd prefer you to sit up tall like this. Grab for what you can. Maybe you have a strap. Press the legs straight. Press the hamstring bellies into the mat. Pull the toes back. Push the big toes forward. Find all of those opposing, energetic actions to find balance. And tone the legs. When your quads engage, your hamstrings relax. Relax hamstrings, give us more stretch. Huge breath and relax the shoulders. Neutral neck, tail to crown, lengthen up. One more exhale, maybe you deepen into the hinge with that length. Inhale, come on up. We're going to open to the long edge. Left foot comes in, right leg is straight. Inward spiral both thighs. Sitting up on a blanket if needed, twist to the right leg. Left hand grabs it, right hand works out to help your twist. Sit tall, hug the midline, strengthen through your right quad as you bend over the leg. Left toes are pointed, outer heel lifting. This leg has a lot of energy moving in it. Deepen into your breath. Inhale, come on up. Left foot's going to cross over the right. Right arm hugs the knee in. Flex your bottom leg or foot, strong through the quad. Twisting open to the left. Feel left ribs hug in. Left shoulder relax. Left elbow can bend. Then pull the right knee in tight. Pull the left ribs in tight. Deepen into your twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. I'm just going to spin myself around again so we can now come left toes face the long edge, roll to the right outer edge of the foot, right pinky edge, rooted into the mat. As your left knee lifts, both hands come down inside, lean forward. Left arm's going to reach in front of the right shin for the leg. Big toe, foot, whatever you get. Right, you can stay here and just look to the right. Or grab the pinky edge, step into your left foot, right hand, and float the leg. See how that feels if it's good? Bend the knee, Pivoting your foot in your hand to extend the knee up to the sky. Pull the heel to the glute. Nose to knee. Then same thing, bend both knees, get the pinky edge. Straighten the leg as you slide, connecting to the ground easily. Both feet straight forward, bounce it out. Inward spiral, flex the feet, inhale, reach up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Grab for what you can. Feel your tail is lifting. Ribs are hugged in, core is engaged, arm bones plugged in to hinge and fold at the hip crease. Strong quads, easeful hamstring. Again, oppositional, antagonist muscle groups and how they affect each other. Polar opposites on the astrological map, how do they affect each other? How can we be practical about our dreams without limiting where we want to go or what we can imagine to become? That comes in looking at our daily habits, rituals, all of the things we do every day. Is there a place of refinement of self-sabotaging habits? Can we add in some more productive habits? Refine the way that we spend our time every day to help us reach those expansive dreams. Inhale, come on up. We're going to scoot forward, lay on the back. Bring the feet in close. And just let the arms anywhere open, palm to get out of the way. Give yourself some pelvic tilts. Roll it forward, scoop it back, lower back flat. Roll the pubic bone forward, arch, scoop, flat. Arch, flat. All right, so find neutral in between those two. There's some space between the floor and your back. Bring your elbows outside the ribs and lift your chest to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then inhale, lift the hips for bridge. So refine your bridge however you'd like. Do you have a straight line, armpit to knee, hugging the midline? Can we keep a little bit of the arch and lift the hips higher, creating more of a back bend? Accessing more energy or less. Which direction are you going to refine? Hand placement can be helpful, so play with that. Clasp underneath helps your arm bone get under the ribs, helping the ribs lift higher. Maybe your hands are supporting the hips, resting, giving a deeper support. Maybe there's a block under your pelvis. Maybe you want to take some leg variations. Maybe you want to refine this and pull it into wheel. Tap into your own experience. Choose accordingly. And then we're going to stay 5 more breaths. Root to rise, earth to expansion. Gently get anything out of the way to slowly let the hips drop down. Get the arm bones out, shoulder blades flat, neutral spine, and just pause here in a moment. Feeling the reverberation of a back bend, how it made you feel. Be the observer of what energy was released or what was, was there any sort of restriction or rejection met in that pose? Or fear? We're going to keep the right knee bent, left leg long on the mat. Scoot your hips to the right. Right knee comes up. Cross body twist to the left. Right arm anywhere on the mat, open palm. If you want, we did this standing, right? You can kick your right leg straight and hold any portion of it. If right leg goes straight, I think it's safer and more comfortable to press the left leg straight. And then really squeeze the thighs together as your right hip moves away from the ribs. Using right can feel nice as you deepen the twist. Big, huge breath. Rebend the knee, right foot to the mat. Left foot comes in to meet it, hips to center. And then give the knees a squeeze. Any movement here, a little massage for your lower back. Feet on the mat, right leg goes straight, scooch to the left knee comes up, and cross body to the right. Left arm extends anywhere. I'm just going to move myself away from the wall to get the left leg straight. And since I have the wall here, I'm going to push into it. Feels really good. Or hold the foot. But squeeze the thighs together if left leg is straight. Press the right leg straight. And then reach the left hip away from the ribs. Look to the left. Huge breath. And how nice that is for the spine after the back bend to twist. Left foot around, hips back to center. Give your knees a big squeeze. A rock and a roll. So options here now. Continuing to give yourself some massage, rocking side to side, or finding plow pose to really stretch the back. So get the shoulder blades in and down, hands outside the hips. You're going to lift the feet, lift the hips. Hands can always support the hips wherever you need them to, or can stay down. The feet touch overhead, great. Lengthen the legs. Don't let your neck get pushed flat. You can lift the chin away from your chest, but really tune in to the sensations around your eyes, forehead, ears, even in your throat. If you see something weird, come out. If you hear something like the ocean, come out. If you taste chlorine, come out. It gets really intense here and things are interconnected and the spine is our center. So when we get this intense stretch, it might not feel so great, or you get little indications of it's too deep. We're trying to get our hips stacked over the shoulders and lifting the tail up. Long and extended spine in a different relationship to gravity in the ground. Stretching open the back helps us reflect into the past. You can let your hands come to the outer hips, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the belly to the spine to slowly lower the hips down. And then bend the knees and give yourself a big hug. Any other shape you crave or want. Start to think about our last shape of Shavasana, or we chose to be near the wall today to set up with legs against the wall. I'm going to use this bolster underneath my hips so that the energy and gravity are feeding the thyroid a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I can't find my word. Right, so to get up on a prop, legs up the wall, it can be a little challenging. Your arms need to really support you. I have my bolster a couple inches away from the wall so that my sacrum my tail can roll toward the floor, towards the wall, and really maintain lumbar curve. So I'm just going to use my hands to lift my hip up against the bolster and then come on down, swing my legs up. Then I'm just going to inch myself so I get that roll of my lower back. My sit bones are actually touching the wall, but if your hamstrings are super tight, you can find a little bit of space away from the wall so your legs can be straight without feeling the rubber band rebound effect. But maintain your lumbar curve. Don't let your back be flat on the mat or your prop. And then shoulder blades in and towards each other to get arm bone out of the heart. Kick back and relax. Whatever posture you've chosen to end in, deepen into the release breath by breath. Soften the energy. Soften around the joints. Soften around the jaw. Soften around all of the earth energy and the introspection of all of these planets in retrograde to feel a better release. What were we able to see in practice today? What narrative showed up when we challenged ourselves and scared ourselves to maybe invert? Did that old belief of you're not strong enough or anything enough come up? Those can be challenged, rewired, and released and replaced with a sense of fearlessness, resilience, daily habits that support our ambitions and our dreams. So feel into the power of knowing where you've been, how those experiences created who you are, and what armor you're carrying that is no longer needed for the fight. Can you let down that armor? And breathe into the dreams of your child self, of the potential that is there for you to create what you want and to live the life you desire. Scan for resistance in the physical body, in the mental body, and let the observer come through and hold you in the light. Allow a slower, deeper breath to bring you back into your body. If you're with me on legs up the wall, you can bring your feet to the wall, knees toward the chest, and even some pelvic movements of arching and softening, and even side to side. We'll slowly make our way to a comfortable seat, depending on what shape you're in. Take your time, no rush. Coming back to an upright seat, grounded, comfortable, and expansive. Give yourself some shoulder rolls or gentle twists, finding your comfort. And we'll take the hands palm over palm on the heart. Take a big breath in. Open mouth out, sigh out. Again. One more. Tuning into your heart space, your intention, decide if it needs refinement. As we set our intentions around release, understanding, seeing, feeling, and knowing which direction we're going to walk and how to expand into those childlike wonderment dreams, not limited by human experience. Big breath in. Exhale, bow to yourself in that idea and the Pisces oneness and mysticism that we can all tap into. The light in me sees, honors, respects the light in you. To you I bow. Namaste. I hope that felt good for you, challenged you, and allowed you to see some of our internal limitations, tap into Pisces and expand beyond it. All the best to you.